This book is one of two that made me lock in within the very first chapter. It's been since 2024 since that's happened. Daughter of the Bone Forest by Jasmine Skye. This is a queer normative YA academia fantasy. Besides regular humans, there are two other types of humans. There are witches and then there are familiars. Witches and familiars are categorized into 4 different classes: bone, ice, glass, and flower. Now for witches, that determines the type of magic you can use. For example, bone witches are necromancers, flower witches are healers. But for familiars, that determines what kind of animals you can shift into. Our main character Rosie grew up on a ranch in the Bone Forest, and when you grow up in the Bone Forest, you gather a lot of animals that you can turn into. Far more animals than normal familiars have. When one day Rosie saves the princess repays her by paying her tuition to go to the academy, aka Witch Hall. At Witch Hall, she tries to hide the true extent of what she can do with the goal of graduating so she can petition the king or the royalty to save her family. Rosie hides her most powerful animal, a bone wolf, because she knows that they will use her for war. I don't think I've had this much fun reading a novel in a long time. It is queer normative, and I'm not gonna lie, this is my first queer normative book I've ever read. It did catch me off guard every once in a while, and it kind of like broke my immersion a little bit. That was more towards the beginning, and then eventually I just kind of like got used to it, because it's not something I'm used to reading in fantasy books. Yeah, there will be queer couples here and there, or queer people here and there, but in a world where it's just completely, totally normal, like who gives a shit? It's a first for me, and I'm okay with it. I liked it. So if you've never read a queer normative book and you want a new experience, definitely check this book out. Like I said, I had so much fun. I love both of our main characters. Rosie specifically, she was one of those main characters that seems like she'd be really perfect at everything, but she's really not, and I really appreciate that in a main character, even though she's so powerful at the same time. I love the politics, I love the action, I love the romance. Highly, highly recommend if you guys are looking for a new fantasy, a quick read fantasy to pick up. This is probably in my top 5 most fun books I've ever read in my adult life.